right, giveaway opportunity. We're calling this one Bud on the Shelf. Okay, you want to participate? Absolutely. See this little tractor right here? That's a 1/64 scale model of a Big Bud 525/50. Kind of like this 600/50 Big Bud that I'm standing next to. It's going to be hidden randomly in every video in the month of December. So you guys keep an eye out for it. And when you see it, leave us a comment in that video of a timestamp sitting there like at time blah, 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 blah. This tractor was blah, 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 blah. And we will randomly pick one of you guys to win a t-shirt of your choice from our website. Pretty cool, huh? Make sure though, that you like the video and you're subscribed to the channel. Those are 2 qualifying things you have to do. And we will randomly pick one of you and we'll leave a comment under your comment and say, hey, email us, you're the winner. And we'll go from there. Sound good, guys? Remember, Bud on a Shelf, pay attention, it's there, it's out, and it is ready to be seen. And you guys are ready for a t-shirt. Let's go. Got the universal out. Obviously you can tell it's baby hot. Yeah, I was cutting on that. It's a little bit of a mess. And this bolt sheared off there, so that'd have to be easy outed. See, it's wore all aside like that, but I'm a little nervous about using this yoke, even though it looks pretty good. If that cap doesn't fit 100% tight against all this edge, it's eventually gonna start warping that cap, and then the pins won't be aligned right, and it's just gonna wear out again and come apart. So I kind of think this yoke's toast. If I was a really confident welder, I could probably weld some of that up, and then if I had the right size machining tools, I do have a lathe. I don't know, maybe an end mill would work better. I could probably machine this out and get to work, but by the time I'm said and done, it might just come apart again because I'm so weld on here. I might crystallize this metal and it'll break. So it's probably best. I might just take it to a diesel shop or a truck shop and let someone else handle it, because I'd rather have a brand new one that I know is not going to fail. So let's take it somewhere. Okay, here's what's going on. I went and talked to the experts yesterday, and they said, clean this up a little bit, put the caps in it and run it. So he actually took a Dremel, an air Dremel, and blade, and he cleaned up the inside of this quite a bit. I might do a little bit more. I'm gonna take this universal out. I got 2 new ones right here ready to roll. So we're gonna put 2 new ones in, put this back together, get outside, put it in the truck, which is parked conveniently right from the shop, and then get on the road and start hauling some grain. So thankfully, we can save this, because otherwise who knows how long it'd have been until we got this exact yoke. And they could have probably cut this off, put a new end on it. I don't know. I'm just glad to be able to reuse it. That way we don't have to paint anything again too, because this is the right paint scheme, even though it's really banged up, but that happens. Let's pull some universals apart. There's a million ways to skin a cat. There is definitely a good way though. I don't know how to do this correctly, other than vice grips, presses, and the vise. Let's go. I almost forgot one thing. The bolt did shear off and I was trying to take it apart, so I got to get that out. So I think I'm going to try either the chisel and just work on it a little bit, or I'll get the easy out and a torch and heat that baby up, dump some ATF fluid in there or some wax, see if we can get those threads to break loose, get that out, and then I'll start this process. So I got it to where it just started to turn cherry red, and then I dumped power steering fluid because I didn't have any ATF on the shelf. They're pretty similar viscosity, so put a little bit out in there. It steams off, obviously. I don't breathe that. Hold my breath, stay away. And then hopefully that heat will draw down some of that oil into the threads, which will hopefully break loose the rust or whatever's in there. So then when I go to start taking this off, it'll come right out. Let's find out. Okay, just make sure the thread's into that one fine. Yep, it does. I might have to get a tap and tap this out, but we'll see. Oh, that's going in pretty good. Spin it in a little ways and see what it does. That's not bad. I don't want to break it off like the last one if for some reason it's dead somewhere. Looks like it actually wore into the side of where the threads go. I can see a hole there. I think that'll work. Good deal. And if I need, I can put a lock washer or something on there to space it out a little bit, because it might be the side of this got damaged when that yoke was flopped around in there, that universal joint, and it was beat a hole into the side. And I think, yeah, it is. It's touching the threads in here. So if I actually did have a thread or a tap, I should tap that out. I get to go a lot further. But all right, let's keep going. Let's put a universal on this thing. Okay, I'm pressing it now, real slow. I'm just gonna do nice and easy movements. As soon as I feel any sense of resistance on here, I wanna just kind of make sure that no pins are popped out, because there's little roll pins. And if it doesn't slide over the smooth part of this universal joint, then it'll crush that pin in there and the universal joint will fail within just a matter of minutes. Yep, it's going on smoothly. I think we're A-okay, guys. Let's take this back over here and take a closer look at it. I hope I put those grease zerks on the right side. Pretty sure I did. Oh yeah, I did, because this is the other side, yeah. Because the axle hub would be right here, or your rear end. And so with the grease zerks, I want them on this side, that way they're away from it. You know what I find interesting is they don't have locking tabs anymore that you bend up to hold the screws or the bolts in. They got a little bit of Loctite on there. I'm gonna put a little more on it because, quite frankly, I don't know if I trust that. So let's just put a little blue. Oh, that's a lot of blue. Okay, that's plenty. A little more on there. There. Just a little extra insurance. I know they've gone to this for a reason, so it probably does work, but I like to be safe than sorry. Okay, I'll put this aside for now. Now I gotta get this old universal out so I can put the new one in. These rings came off and there was a slight dent in the side right there, as you can see. I've been able to get them out. Came that way in the packaging, unfortunately. I don't know why, but packaging must not have been very good when we got these new ones. But I'm able to take this vice grips here and pull that lip out. I was a little concerned about possibly damaging the seal, but it looks like the inside ring is the important one. The outside one isn't as critical because it rides against metal. The inside rides against the rubber. So as long as I don't mess the inside ring up, I'm fine. And that one goes on like that. All right, now I'm gonna put this universal together, both ends. I gotta take this cap off, slide the splines in, put the cap back on, and then I gotta go outside and climb underneath that truck. I didn't hook the trailer. I'm gonna try to do it with just the creeper underneath and do it by hand. We'll see. I might not enjoy this very much. Well, stay tuned.
Well, everyone, sitting at the elevator. Won't be long before I'll go onto the pit and unload. But I thought about a little corner. What about Bob? Maybe a little commentary on some of the comments that people write on each video on the channel. And we're just going to say that we really appreciate it big time, the people that write. It's really humbling that many are watching, and not only watching but are responding, you know, giving kudos to the video, or things happening, or giving suggestions, even some criticism. And you know, we can take the criticism also, because there's things that we all can learn. But one of the things that has come across is, you know, just like Leg Arms just had and Sarah just had a baby, and so a lot of congratulatory. And somebody made the comment that, why are you doing this? You don't know them. You know, you're just a number to them. And then I got, you know, I started thinking about that. You know, are you guys just a number? Well, all I have to do is look back to the times that we were sent, we were thankfully by Case IH to these different farm shows, and we got to meet so many of you, and that helped us to see that these are people that are just like us, have the same loves, concerns, struggles, problems. You know, they're just, you know, it's in the agriculture community, kind of a bonding that we all face, as well as other types of organizations or businesses. But I would just want to say that you, even though we don't know you personally, never have met you, it's not hard to put ourselves in your shoes, and that's what you're doing with us. So again, I would just want to thank you for all the comments, and I try to answer as many as I can, but you know, it's we're all in this together, We are sharing some of what we do, and you know, we need a little levity in our lives with all that's going on and all the struggling politically, and then economically, and then we have also this pandemic. So you have all these things that are in people's lives, and you know, if we can add a little bit of levity in it and somewhat an enjoyment, man, I think that's just awesome that we can do that. That's such a blessing to us to be able to bless others. So just gonna let you know that we do appreciate every person that comments, every person that watches, because we know there's a story behind each one of them, and they just don't have the platform that we have been given by you guys, and especially we thank the Lord for what he's doing. We don't know what's going to happen. He's got plans. So anyway, stay encouraged, stay watching if you so desire, and we love you.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay, let's get on the creeper. Let's see if I can squeeze my skinny body in between these duals. Shoulders. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Should have went under the axle. There we go. Okay, let's hope I brought enough tools down here to do the job. I'm gonna clean these yokes up. I forgot I gotta pound that out. I don't have enough tools, okay? I gotta get something else to pound that out. And then, is this free? Yes, it is. Okay, good, I can spin it. So, differential lock's disengaged. And I'll line the yokes up, clean this like I said, put the caps in. I might have to get a ratchet strap so I can suspend this driveline here, tie it up so it's not hanging down on me and I'm trying to hold it with one hand because that's gonna be a bugger. So let me go get a tool and take this old cap out because I forgot to do that. A little bit smarter going out this way. There we go. Yeah. You know, technically the shop is long enough. We could have opened the big door and drove it inside here. Well, that'll work right there. I can pound out with that. Perfect. I should probably put these on because the amount of dirt under here is gonna be falling in my eyes the entire time. Inside we go. So, I believe it's in. I got a cap. Let's put the cap on. I'm gonna take these safety glasses off because I can't see through them. Line this up. Okay, that's matched up. Let's tap it down. I'll put the screws and liners to the other side. Okay, this is gonna be kind of tricky because this universal's not gonna turn anymore because the truck's gotta move, so I gotta try to tap this bottom one up, like so. I can do that. Perfect. All right. And guess who forgot the blue Loctite? But there is technically some red Loctite that comes standard on these, so do I risk it, guys, or do I go get the blue Loctite? Yeah, I know. Rule number one is when you think you should do something, you should do it. All right, I think we're good to go. Let's go get some grain. Rolled out of the door at 5 o'clock, just barely in time. So I'm gonna scan my card here and then get my receipt. hit the road and answer my phone. Wife's calling.